Severe tropical cyclone Errol sits about 500 kilometres north of the coastline of Western Australia, and it has shifted its direction as was forecast, and it's now started to move southeastwards, meaning it is moving towards the Kimberley coast. Here's a severe weather update on the tropical cyclone dated Thursday the 17th of April. I actually want to start with the satellite imagery from late last night. This is about midnight Wednesday night, Thursday morning, when we saw this very defined, incredible eye develop in the middle of the tropical cyclone. This, alongside the symmetry of the system, shows us how powerful tropical cyclone Errol had become. It went from a category 2 to a category 4 severe tropical cyclone during Wednesday afternoon and evening. However, as I play the loop through from late last night through until Thursday morning, we will lose the eye a little bit. It gets covered over with cloud, not quite so well defined or as symmetrical of a weather system. This doesn't necessarily mean the tropical cyclone has weakened, but it does tell us it's moving into an area which is not so supportive for tropical cyclone development. And what that means is that we probably will start to see Errol drop down through the category numbers in the next couple of days. Let's check out the latest track to confirm that. It is still a category 4 system at the moment. This is about 500 kilometres in distance northwest of Broome here. But as we put on the track for Thursday afternoon, evening and into Friday, we'll see it drop down to a category 3, and then potentially by the time it reaches the coast it could even go down to a category 1 tropical cyclone as it touches mainland Australia, and then quite quickly after that it'll probably drop down below tropical cyclone strength. So where could that crossing occur? Well, our current best forecast track shows us this is where a likely crossing could be. Remember, this is not the only scenario which is possible. The track could end up being a bit further south or potentially a bit further north, but this is where it's looking most likely to cross. The very northern tip of the Dampier Peninsula here north of Broome, perhaps around Lombardina. Then it continues to move inland. It drops to tropical low strength and moves into Kimberley country north of Derby. This will bring some strong to damaging wind gusts, and that's why we've got this tropical cyclone watch area here in yellow. This goes along the coast from Broome in the south to Kuri Bay in the north. Note, it doesn't include the community of Broome, with the worst of the winds expected to be north of that centre. Wind gusts are expected to develop here on Friday, could exceed 90 kilometres an hour. It will get very, very windy as this tropical cyclone gets close to the coast, and of course once it crosses the coast and works onto mainland Australia. It won't just be wind either. Some pretty significant rain will be on the way with this system as it moves its way onshore during either late Friday night or very early Saturday morning. Once again, the heaviest falls look likely to be north of Broome, where 100 to 200 millimetres of rain is possible. There could also be severe thunderstorms caught up in this whole weather system, which may bring smaller pockets of even heavier rainfall totals, and there is the potential for some flash flooding around the North Kimberley coast as we move into Saturday and potentially even Sunday. So do stay up to date with the latest tracks and warnings associated with that system, particularly if you live in the Kimberley country in northern WA. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.